Good morning, everybody. It's a little damp this morning. Okay, guys, so I left off. Oh, sorry, today's Wednesday, the 5th. So when I left off Monday, I was pointing out the rainstorm over my shoulder. That was kind of to the southwest. It did come through, didn't do much, dropped like a tenth, maybe 2 at the most. Basically, we were just on a 2-hour delay. I show up to get my chopper ready, and I went to grease the U-joints on the drive shaft where it hooks up to engage the header. And when I pulled the cover back, all these friggin' BBs fell out from ball bearing. The bearing inside there that holds that shaft, it fell apart. So we called John Deere. They didn't have any of the parts here. They could have them all by this morning. Well, say, okay, who's got the parts? Well, Garden City had most of them, not all of them. That's 2 hours away. And then we go, well, this thing shows it being sold as a complete unit. Who's got that? And they go, Sterling does for some reason. Sterling, Colorado is about 3.5 hour drive straight north. If you're flying, you can make it in 3. Don't ask me how I know. But we're like, all right, well, we're gonna call them and see if we can get that one to get this machine going, because you know our options were basically to leave that chopper set dead all day and hope everything showed up this morning to get it going. I didn't like that idea because I want to get done this week. So we called Sterling. They said they would sell it to us, and then I thought, hey, I've got a neighbor that sent me a message the last time I went to McPherson and said, next time you need parts, why don't you have me fly to get them rather than drive? Save you a bunch of time. So I called him. Brace said, hell yeah, I'll go get it. Meet me at the airport. I'm thinking, oh crap, I gotta go now. The flight up there was amazing. It was glass smooth, it was nice. Literally what takes 3.5 hours to drive, we did in exactly 1 hour. The flight coming back though, because it was warming up, so you start getting all them little pockets. So the whole way home felt like we were bouncing. You take a big guy like me in a small plane where I'm kind of squished in, and then you start doing that. I joked with him later after we got on the ground. I go, I didn't know whether I needed to make myself throw up or go lay down and take a nap. But I had about 30 minutes there where I was kind of in trouble after we got on the ground, because he kept checking on me on the way, because I told him there's a chance I could get sick bouncing around. And I did okay on the plane. I wasn't feeling good. I didn't know what was wrong, if I was tired or wanted to puke, but I made it. Got all the way to the shop, and I just closed my eyes for 5 minutes because Bart wasn't there. He was at lunch. Yeah, it was an interesting day. But 5 minutes of putting a few bolts in, we had that thing put together. I hauled ass over to the field, and I had about 10 loads cut by the time I would have got back with the part. Because in the time we flew there, waited on them to bring us the part, and flew back, you couldn't have even drove there. You would have still been quite a ways away. So it was a hell of a deal. Thanks again, Race. That was awesome. I had a blast, even though I almost threw up. But then we kept cutting. Went till about 5:30, I think this time the last truck left, because it's a little over a round trip for the truck, so it sucks. But as we're leaving and heading back to the yard, you can see kind of some clouds building to the northwest. Like, oh hell, if they're moving like last night's, they're going the other way. They weren't. They were coming our way, and we actually wound up getting a really nice rain. We got about 3/10 at home, about 6/10 over where we were chopping. So as far as harvesting wise, it sucks ass, because I don't know if we're gonna be able to chop anything today. That's what I'm doing, is driving around looking at, just kind of going off the way the roads are. I don't know if we're gonna be able to chop today, which sucks because that puts us out a day. But it's awesome because we got a freaking rain, and if nothing else, it just settled dust. Oh, it was getting so damn miserable. But yeah, as far as chopping goes, I don't know. We're just gonna play that one by ear. Right now, I'm zigzagging through the handful of fields we got left. This freaking horse has been standing out here for about 3 days now. I wonder if anybody knows their horse is missing. He looks good. Hell, he's finding water at the canal, eating hay and weeds. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab a burrito over here at the C-store, talk to some truckers, kind of let them know it's gonna be a long delay. I texted them all last night saying, hey, don't get up early. But yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. I hear the mud hitting my pickup. That just came out of my driveway. And the big chief said, let's go. So I ran home, packed a lunch, called all the trucks, said, hey, never mind the fact I told you we probably wouldn't run today. We're running at 10. This is gonna suck. Because this is gonna be a sloppy day. It just sucks. If this was 2 weeks ago, we wouldn't even run today. But because we all just want this nightmare to be over with, we're gonna go play in the mud. We're from the desert. We don't do well in mud. Alright. To make this even more complicated, now we're also splitting the choppers. Glenn is cutting right. You're sideways. Alright, to make this even more complicated, we're splitting the choppers. Glenn is cutting right over there. Hopefully you can see him. Hauling clear down yonders. I'm gonna try this field right here. Gonna haul about 5 miles that away to a neighbor's pit. That will finish off that neighbor's pit. He's on load number 2 and hasn't had to pull a truck yet, so I'm hoping we got enough traction to go. Because I really want to be done, but I really don't feel like playing in the mud. So we'll see how this goes. Right now I'm waiting on fuel. I was kind of taking my sweet ass time getting ready because I was in no hurry to find out how muddy everything was. Oh, we're off to a dandy start. Haven't even made it around the field once. I already got 2 trucks stuck. Joy, oh joy. Don't worry, Cameron. Daddy's got you. This is why I like this. Look at that power band. Running right up there, 5 mile an hour. Okay, so a little update. Field I was on, we got the amount of tons that guy wanted to finish his pit. So now I jumped over here where Glenn's at. He's got just a couple rounds out there. I've got like the inside 2 towers here to go. And then we'll go back to the field I was at, because what's left there will go where these guys are already hauling. So a lot of here, there, everywhere, but either way, we're moving on. Okay, finally got both of those 2 fields done. As it's already 3:15. Now got the convoy behind me, heading down the road. One more flood field of this good stuff, and then gotta definitely switch back to the Zern. Hoping to get this done tonight. Yeah, we're having a good day going, just in a good mood. And just a series of events just completely screws up your day. And they're all shit that you couldn't control. One, deer have got to be the dumbest animal I've ever seen. I'm just gonna leave it at that. 2, just the lack of communication at times around here, just getting in trouble for something that was known, but is all of a sudden a problem. And then 3, now we're hitting green feed, and I knew it was gonna friggin' happen. This stuff, just, yeah. Well, here it is now, 4 o'clock, and instead of being in a good mood, ready for the day to end, now I'm pissed off. Alright, sorry, just had to vent. A little double dip. So, an interesting turn of events. Just got a call from our John Deere dealer that by the choppers from Kansas. He's got a Zern engineer here. Potentially gonna bring him over tomorrow. just got a whole lot more interesting. That worked out about as perfect as could be. Aaron is going to get the last of that field and have a good load on. And that's the last truck we had coming back because we had 2 others call, say they couldn't make it back for another one. Perfect. Time to go get this machine cleaned off and figure out what the plan is tomorrow. But I do know I'm using the Zern tomorrow because I've got questions. What do you think, buddy? I can hear Jake brakes on the hill. Trucks are getting back. Sun's going down. It's another good day of harvest. Spoke to John Deere half an hour ago when I got the machine blown off. They are headed this way now, going to spend the night in Lamar, so they will be here first thing in the morning with that Zern engineer. Yeah, I'm curious to see how tomorrow goes. Might have to drag you guys along for another day in a row. 2 more days, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, I can smell it. We're getting so close. Either way, I'm going to sit here, see what's inside this thing while I watch that go down. Talk to you guys later.